Sports Talker Nation. Welcome back once again as your host, the G-Man. And today we continue our 2015 NFL year in review with my beloved New England Patriots. Yeah, I'll give everybody out there a chance to boo the Patriots and hate on the Patriots and talk about Deflategate and Tom Brady. The bottom line is I have no reason to love them. I have no affiliation to the Patriots. I love the way they do business. Brady is a stone-cold assassin. Belichick is a genius. That label gets thrown around all the time, and people want to shortchange him and say that he's only won when he cheated. Everybody cheats. He's paid the price multiple times. They're phenomenal every year. Injuries, no injuries. Talent, no talent. Scheme, no scheme. You can say whatever you want. The Patriots are the model NFL franchise that if I had a hometown team, if I could have been born in Boston, I would have loved it because I absolutely love the Patriots. This year didn't go as well as you would expect despite a tremendous regular season, but let's talk about what did work, what didn't work, and what we can improve upon. So what worked? Tom Brady. I just don't understand why people don't love this guy. I don't understand why everyone doesn't love this guy. I know he's a little aloof and he doesn't do 1,000 ads like Peyton Manning. Everybody loves Peyton Manning and doesn't like Tom Brady. First of all, look at the two when they match up head-to-head. It's no contest. And Brady goes out of his way to kill Peyton Manning as much as he possibly can. Brady's a competitor. He has been fighting and uses that 6th-round draft pick, 200th overall pick thing to his credit every day. Aside from the fact that he is super talented, super intelligent, has almost as many rings as he does fingers, and oh, by the way, he's married to Giselle. The guy is a model of NFL consistency. It doesn't matter who his receivers are. He puts them in the best position to succeed. He is vanilla enough when he does an interview that he's not going to say anything to incite a riot. He is pure class. I love Tom Brady, and he will go down, if not as the greatest quarterback right now, he's the second greatest quarterback of all time to me. What else went right is Bill Belichick. Again, they always do right under Bill Belichick. It seems they have interchangeable parts at so many different positions, but at the end of the day, they always seem to do well, and that's not an accident. They rotate coaches because their coordinators get picked off and taken to other teams, but they're a great franchise, and people would be well to recognize it. And Robert Kraft is another reason they're a great franchise. Gronk was Gronk. He was hurt a little bit, which when you're a guy his size who plays with his heart and his speed, you're going to be hurt a little bit, but he is unbelievable. You watch him play, and I think to myself, it's not possible that he can be that open. They have to be covering Gronk. So either he is much faster than I think, he's much stronger than I think, or their scheme is much better than I think because they find him wide open. And when he gets up ahead of steam, good night. D-backs are diving at the ground, diving at his knees, and sometimes just diving out of the way and intentionally not catching up to him. So that also went right. Their defense was resurgent, and people didn't realize this because there's always so much focus on Brady. But their defense was so much better this year. Their defensive line got more pressure. They have a bunch of young guys that they started to mix in over the years, the Chandler Joneses of the world, and they really did a phenomenal job. Last year's Super Bowl MVP with the interception in the end zone came out of nowhere. I believe it's Alabama State that he went to. This year, he's a Pro Bowler. Logan Ryan, also a Pro Bowler. Patrick Chung. I don't know where Eugene Chung came from. Patrick Chung played for the Eagles and was an absolute train wreck. And he goes back to New England, and he's hitting people and stripping the ball. I couldn't believe it was the same player. They know how to get the most out of players, and they did a great job of that. What went wrong? Well, their running game and their wide receivers, amazing since their offense was as strong as it was. Their running game and receivers were just terrible. The running game, you could flip a coin to see who was going to run the ball the most that week. Now, Deion Lewis was a revelation for them, came out of nowhere, but then proceeded to get hurt. After that, it was just a shambles. They were all over the map. Wide receivers, same deal. You had a bunch of guys who you thought would be okay. You never knew from week to week who was going to be the wide receiver of note for the Patriots. They relied on Gronk. They relied on backs out of the backfield. But their wide receivers really, really struggled. Their offensive line did well. It was also in a constant state of flux. They could use some health along that offensive line. I know they've had some injuries and some retirements, but they could use some health. But I have all the faith in the world that Belichick put that together. Defensively, they had some defections in the offseason, so they lost Gerard Mayo. He's retired. Um, their pass rush, they don't have pass rushers per se, but Jamie Collins and Chandler Jones actually did a good job. But their best end is Rob Ninkovich. You'd hope that they'd improve that. Not that I don't love the way he plays, but he's more grinder than he is superstar. So I think that didn't help them so much. What does the future hold? Anybody who bets against the Patriots going 12-4 is an idiot. Until they prove that they're not going to go 12-4, I think they're going to go 12-4. They're going to win their division. They're going to be in a hunt for an AFC championship and a Super Bowl. They need a lot of offensive line help. They need those guys to gel. They need them to get healthy. They need to get a running back, but they simply do not care about running backs. So they will not invest a heavy draft pick. They need wide receivers. Again, I don't think they're going to go after a wide receiver. I think they'll go in the free agency market and they'll pick off some wide receivers. And they could also use an inside linebacker now that Mayo retired, but something tells me that they have something up their sleeve. It's easy for me to do a review of them because I always think they're going to do the right thing. So even without a first-round pick, which was ridiculously taken away from them this year for Spygate or for Deflategate, I think that I think they're going to manage to do just fine. So 12-4 for the New England Patriots, a model franchise people should admire instead of hate on. That's it for your 2015 NFL review of the New England Patriots. I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.